Hey crew, if you've been thinking about going all electric with your next vehicle but are worried about taking the leap, then this episode of Curiosity is for you, because we're going to go over what it's like to drive, charge, and in general just live with an EV like the new Volkswagen ID.4. I think you're going to see that that leap is really more of a step. We'll start with the basics. Getting in and driving the ID.4 could not be much easier. All you have to do is have the key on you, close up that door, throw on your safety belt, and from here, you don't need the key to put in the ignition or even hit a start-stop button. You just put your foot on the brake and that turns on the car. Then from here, you crank the drive mode selector forward to drive and you're ready to go. One great electric vehicle feature is regenerative braking, but unlike some EVs with multiple settings or modes, the ID.4 keeps it very basic. All you have to do is crank forward on the drive mode selector to turn on regen braking, and that means every time you take your foot off the gas, the car will slow gently. Then if you find yourself on the highway and you want to be able to coast again, you just crank forward once more on the drive mode selector and regen braking turns off. And don't get me wrong, I love my V8 muscle cars, but there's something to be said for how pleasant and relaxing it is to drive a near silent EV. One of the best parts about driving an EV is instant torque, and especially in a vehicle like the ID.4 where you have plenty of it. At any point you can just put your foot down and you're zipping away. That is passing power. And with the batteries being built into the floor and this being rear-wheel drive, the handling is actually pretty good. Now let's talk charging. And I know this is the thing that keeps a lot of people from wanting to go all electric. They're afraid, they've got range anxiety, they think they're gonna be stranded on the side of the road. But I'll tell you why that's probably not the case. First of all, the ID.4 has 250 miles of range. That's only slightly less than your average gas-powered car.
Of course, everyone's range will vary, but the VW ID.4 First Edition has an EPA estimated 250 miles of range.
So we'll use the most extreme example first. Going on a road trip. Well, now you're gonna need to just do a little bit of careful planning to find charging stations on your route. But that's pretty easy. With an app like Electrify America, you're gonna find that there are so many charging stations and more being added all the time that you're probably not gonna need to deviate from your main route much, if at all. And when you are gonna go charge the car, with DC fast charging, the ID.4 will charge up 80% of its battery's capacity in just 38 minutes.
Based on charging at a 125 kilowatt or higher charger, charge times vary.
That's enough time for you to go get a bathroom break, go get a snack, check your social media, and by the time you're done with that, your car is going to be charged up and you're going to be ready to go. And the actual charging process at one of these Electrify America stations couldn't be easier. You just pull up, open your charge port, take out the bottom piece that gives you access to the DC fast charge, come over here, grab one of the two connectors, and plug it in. When you're plugged in, to get the charge going, it's really simple. You can either sign up for an account via app, so you can pay with your smartphone, tapping it on the terminal itself, or you can check out as a guest, swiping your card or inserting the chip and following the prompts, including signing up for text updates, so if you're running an errand, you'll get alerts when your car is all charged up. Maintenance is also as minimal as it gets. You pretty much only have to open up the hood if you want to put in washer fluid, because with an EV, there are no oil changes.
Pretty much all you need to worry about are your tires, brakes, air filter, and checkups.
The practicality of an EV can also not be overstated, because without an engine, transmission, and drive shaft to intrude upon the cabin, all you're left with is tons of open space. I've got lots of legroom and headroom. This center console area is very clever. You've got a storage area under the drink holders where you might put a purse or a bag. Then behind that, we've got a sliding center console opening that reveals a smartphone charging spot, and you've got a reconfigurable drink holder place where you can remove these for a larger opening. And the door pockets are nice and large, big enough for a big bottle. It gets even better here in the back seat because the seating position at 6 feet tall, I've got ample knee room, leg room, headroom. We're all good. There's storage for your smartphone in this slot up here, a larger one down below. You've got an armrest that comes down with drink holders, a pass-through for longer items, and get this, without the drive shaft hub, it's easy for me to slide on over to the middle seat where once again I can fit, and with headroom and leg room, you can do 3 full-size adults in the back seat with no problem. And best of all, yes, the door pockets can once again fit a big bottle. And when you reach your destination, you don't have to hit the start-stop button. You just put it in park and hop on out. If you had fears about going all electric, I hope this episode of Curiosity with the Volkswagen ID.4 helped calm them. I will see you guys again next time.